More witnesses describe the past behavior of confessed child killer Tanner Horner in the punishment phase of his capital murder trial. Horner faces the death penalty for kidnapping and killing 7-year-old Athena Strand in 2022. His defense team is trying to convince the jury that he had a long history of mental health problems. Fox 4's Dionne Anglin is covering the trial in Fort Worth, has from the beginning. Dionne.
Hi there, Steve. That's right. Several witnesses today offering insight about Tanner Horner as a child and what experts think of his brain as an adult, particularly when he murdered 7-year-old Athena Strand in November of 2022. The 7-year-old girl was outside her Wise County home when Horner, a FedEx delivery driver, dropped off a package, then kidnapped Athena, eventually killing her. DNA evidence in the case suggests he sexually assaulted her. The defense says Horner has autism and has been exposed to an extreme amount of lead in his life. Defense expert neuroscientist Dr. Jeffrey Lewine has closely examined images and scans of Horner's brain.
The number of abnormalities that Mr. Horner has, we would see in less than 0.01% of the population.
So even with any abnormality and even with some deficits, you're not telling us that a person is going to act a certain way?
Again, I can only talk about the general, this is what it's correlated with. From the imaging alone, I cannot say anything specific about Mr. Horner's behavioral pattern.
Now, as well, there were educators who recalled their relationships with Horner and his cognitive challenges. His 5th grade teacher, who did not want her face or name revealed, was emotional.
I enjoyed being Tanner's teacher.
You think he enjoyed you teaching her?
I thought so, yeah.
You ever see Tanner get upset?
Actually, I don't recall, no. Nothing that sticks out.
You ready to even call him motivated?
I think so. I do remember when he left that the school he went to called us pretty quickly to ask what were some things that we were doing to help with classroom management.
Another educator offered that she felt Horner should never have discontinued getting help with his autism. She gave her opinion about him murdering Athena Strand.
Are you saying that Tanner's autism was the reason why this incident occurred?
No.
Do you feel that it's an excuse for what happened?
No.
Do you feel that it justifies
No.
what he did?
No, no, no.
Do you feel that it's a defense to what he did?
It's what?
A defense to what he did?
No, I don't. I'll tell you where it comes in my mind, is this young man should have never been in that truck by himself.
Now, again, Tanner Horner is facing the possibility of the death penalty. Testimony is wrapped for today and will resume on Monday.